Welcome back, fellow nerdsters, to another episode of Nerdsters of the Universe. I'm Kerwin.
I'm Pizza.
And, oh man, Spider-Man No Way Home trailer deuce. Man, excitement. Finally, confirmation on a lot of the villains. Every villain that has died by the hands of Spider-Man in a movie, apparently. So, or not every villain, but the villains were all the ones that died.
Yeah.
Which, hey, it's going to be fun. So for those of you who haven't seen it yet, if you don't like watching trailers, avert your eyes now, because we're going to discuss this trailer. And the best way to discuss a trailer, when maybe people haven't seen it, is to show them. So we are going to show you trailer 2 of Spider-Man No Way Home.
Ever since I got bit by that spider, I've only had 1 week where my life has felt normal. That was when you found out.
When you botched that spell where you wanted everyone to forget the Peter Parker Spider-Man, we started getting some visitors.
Oh, there it is.
Universe. Hello, Peter. You're not Peter Parker.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Dr. Otto Octavius.
Wait, no, seriously, what's your actual name?
There are others out there. We need to send them back. So, Scooby-Doo this crap.
You know, all this is kind of your mess. I know a couple of magic words myself, starting with the word please.
Please, Scooby-Doo this crap. You're flying out into the darkness to fight ghosts.
What do you mean?
They all die fighting Spider-Man. It's their fate. I'm sorry, kid.
Yeah, me too.
Don't.
There has to be another way!
There isn't. They're a danger to our universe. You know how to take this away from me. Peter, you're struggling. And everything you want, while the world has to make you choose.
This is so awful. I can't save everyone.
What's happening?
They're starting to come through, and I can't stop them.
December 17th, exclusively at movie theaters. Tickets on sale November 29th. Spider Monday.
All right, man. Let's talk the trailer. Let's talk hopes, expectations, lifted up, taken down, whatever. Theories, what's going to happen? Every villain we saw in that trailer. Come on, Pizza. Name off the villains. Come on.
Oh, my God. We saw the Lizard, Electro. We saw the Sandman, Doc Ock, Goblin, the Green Goblin, Hobgoblin. Oh, my God. They were all there. They were all there. Let's see. Yeah.
Epic. I mean, and theories, man, we were talking before the live. I caught something that Pizza did not, and I hope you guys caught it too. If not, I can go find it, and we could shoot it up there real quick.
It was the we were talking about the Green Goblin.
2 goblins.
Yeah, I saw that
in that trailer.
Hobgoblin and the Green Goblin. Well, they're probably both considered Green Goblin.
Well, depending. All right, guys. Here's a still of the frame I'm talking about. I know it's blurry because it's paused on a YouTube video, but this is where when Willem Dafoe's given his little monologue in the trailer, that the goblin glider comes swinging in. This is not Willem Dafoe's goblin, though. This is no mask with goggles.
So it's either the James Franco goblin or the one from The Amazing Spider-Man.
Or could be one of those two. Or it could be Peter not being able to save them all or to save everyone.
Well, I know the end of Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire with the Goblin, James Franco started helping him.
Yes, and he still died, but and I know that in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 they tried to make Osborn the Hobgoblin, which Osborn wasn't the Hobgoblin.
No.
That was where it was weird. However, here's the kicker. Maybe it's neither. Maybe Peter has to make a choice.
I don't know. Maybe.
Look. Right there. See that mouse? See what I'm circling? Who is that? You know who that is?
Looks like it could be Spider-Man.
That wasn't Spider-Man. I'll show you a different view of him.
It's kind of your mess. I know a couple of magic words myself, starting with the word please.
Recognize the jacket.
Yeah.
Recognize who he is.
Isn't he supposed to turn into somebody? His Asian friend from the Tom Holland.
Ned is that character in Marvel Comics is the Hobgoblin.
That's right.
So perhaps we aren't getting Franco, or
he didn't look big enough to be. The dude on the glider didn't look big enough to be Ned. You know what I mean?
See, here's the thing: Ned lost a lot of weight.
We'll have to see, but I don't know how many more characters they're going to introduce, because it's either going to be a sensory overload and they're not going to get a whole lot in with it. Like, I don't know what the running time is yet, but
the running time. They announced the running time a little while back. I'd have to look it up.
And Halloween's
it's pretty long. Now, I'm sorry. I'm going to go throw this out there. The sensory overload argument. We hear it all the time. We see it all the time. They try to cram too much, too many heroes, too many villains. That's why it fails. That's why Spider-Man 3 failed. That's why Amazing Spider-Man 2 failed. Is that why Avengers Infinity War failed, or Avengers Endgame failed, or Avengers 2, or Civil War?
With Avengers,
we've got successful comic book movies with a lot of headliners in it.
With the Marvel one, with the Avengers, everybody only came in. The kitchen sink was like the last battle at the end. It wasn't like throwing everybody through the whole movie. So if they do it right, it could work. But if they do it like they've been doing it,
everybody through the whole pizza. Did you watch Age of Ultron? The movie starts out with all the Avengers in it. The opening scene is all the Avengers.
Well, yeah, all the Avengers are there, but I'm talking like all the villains and shit.
It's supposed to be 2 hours and 39 minutes.
2 hours and 39 minutes is the running time for it.
It's the longest solo film besides Avengers Endgame.
The longest running solo film other than Endgame in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
So let's see what they do.
But at the same time, if we say that the throwing the kitchen sink at it type thing, throwing everybody at it, we're saying the kitchen sink because Halloween said kitchen sink.
Yeah.
If we say that, yes, Halloween, they are just fighting Ultron and his goons, but this is an opposite. You're not getting 10 Spider-Men fighting 10 villains. You're getting 10 villains fighting one Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. So, and it actually doesn't show any of the villains fighting Doctor Strange. It only shows Peter fighting Doctor Strange. And what I'm assuming that is, getting a little off topic here, what we were saying, is Strange is trying to send them back, but Peter found out that if they go back, they're going to die. And Peter doesn't want that to happen. And that's why he's fighting Strange for that box. That's what I think is going on there.
I don't know. I mean, I've seen a lot of, like, for the
Captain
whole
Kung
time
Fu.
they've showed the like supposed set photos and things. You don't know which ones are real, obviously, and not, but they've showed all three Spider-Men together.
I've seen most of the photos I've seen, even the one that everybody's like, oh, it's real, 8K high def, looks extremely fake to me. The shadows don't look real. Like there's a light right in front of Tobey Maguire's character, a light right on the scaffolding, and the shadows are all showing forward. But that light would be obscuring that shadow. It's got a pillar here on the video, on the photo that should be here as far as the top of Maguire's body. But if you look at his feet are in front of the pillar. A lot of those photos to me are just, if they're in it, great. I'm not going to get my hopes up. I don't think it's going to be all three Spider-Man versus all the villains. You know, it's what everybody wants. It'd be awesome to see. But the other situation that I see with this too, as far as everybody worried, oh, they're throwing too much, too many villains. If you haven't seen Raimi's Spider-Man movies and you haven't seen the Amazing Spider-Man movies, that's on you.
Yeah.
That's on you. You're going into the third Spider-Man movie of the newest franchise and you haven't watched the older ones, you're not a fan.
There's 5 whole other movies to watch, you know?
Yeah. And if you watch those, guess what? You don't need any character backstory for these new villains. It's just characters reprising right back in it with the new Spider-Man. So it's not that whole where the issue that happened with like Spider-Man 3, and I don't say it's what happened with Amazing Spider-Man 2. Amazing Spider-Man 2 was horrible or failed because one, that wasn't Electro, that was blue lights, bubbling fool guy. And that wasn't Green Goblin. That wasn't even Hobgoblin. That was a mutilated Green Goblin that never really had character back. Like, he didn't have any characterization built up. Like, where was his long-term friendship with Parker? It wasn't there.
That's what I liked about this trailer. It looked like they had the real Electro.
Oh, yeah.
The star face Electro mask and all that stuff. I was like, there we go.
Yeah, exactly, Halloween. Even if you haven't watched them yet, knowing those villains are in this movie, you got some homework to do. Go up, have a marathon. You know, where Spider-Man 3 failed was, again, not too many villains. It was how the villains were handled.
Right.
Of course we were going to get Franco in. You know, of course we were going to get Harry Osborn to come in as Goblin because it happened in the comics, and they were doing a decent job of bringing in that feel of the comics that it was. Where they ran into the issue was with Raimi's Harry Goblin was, I'm going to help Peter. I'm going to help you, Peter. Really? Come on. In the comics, Harry dies trying to kill Peter at his wedding.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for the comics if you didn't read them. And causes Norman to come back, and he was already alive still, but he decides to don the Green Goblin suit again. Now, as far as the Sandman was beautiful, I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says. Sandman was beautifully done through the whole movie of Spider-Man 3.
I think he was supposed to be the original.
Like, I feel he was done beautiful. I saw a comment on Facebook earlier that goes, I didn't like the new Spider-Man trailer. We get another CGI Sandman. How are you going to have Sandman without CGI?
How are you not going to have a CGI Sandman?
Do you know anybody that can turn their skin into sand and do giant hammers and flow with the wind to get away and giant mummy-looking Brendan Fraser want to run type thing? I mean, come on.
That was Robbie even said. The Sandman was supposed to be the main villain.
Yeah, then Avi
in part 3. And then
Yeah.
they started adding all the extra crap in.
Abby Red.
Well, no, the
And,
Sandman and Goblin. Green Goblin was supposed to be in part 3 as well. He was Harry turning into the Green Goblin was a huge thing of part 3. If I were to look at it, from what I understand, Raimi didn't want to do Venom that soon.
Right.
He wanted to hint for Venom in a Spider-Man 4.
No,
And what was going to happen was Sandman was going to be the redeemed villain, and Harry was not going to be the redeemed villain. By the end of the movie, Harry was going to be the one who kidnapped MJ. Harry was going to be the one that he was fighting, and Harry was the one who was going to die by his own grenade. Not.
Well, I know they were. If they would have kept going on the Raimi verse, 4 was supposed to be Mysterio.
Yeah, and they even set him up for the first 3
Yeah,
movies.
they set him up in it, and they just let him go.
You know who he was supposed to be?
Who?
Bruce Campbell. All the times you see Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell was supposed to be Mysterio.
Yeah, every time you see the first 3 movies, that's supposed to be setting up for Mysterio.
Oh, yeah, the first 3 movies where he did his cameos.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be setting him up as Mysterio.
Well, it was also just to have Bruce Campbell in the movie because it's Sam Raimi.
It's still.
I would have much rather had Bruce Campbell be Carnage at the time.
What?
Nah, I don't know.
Oh, come on, man! Look back at Evil Dead 2 and tell me that's not Carnage.
I just don't think that.
I'm thinking Doctor Strange.
I think Bruce Campbell gets a bigger character than Carnage. You know what I mean?
A bigger character than Carnage?
Yes. Carnage is a bigger character, but I mean, it's not Mysterio. It's not like Doctor Strange level. It's not like.
If anyone could
I don't know.
Doctor Strange is Bruce Campbell.
I don't know. That's just my opinion on that.
Hold on. Did you just say a bigger character than Carnage?
Yeah, Carnage is only big because in the new movie.
He's only. I agree with my son. Carnage is only big because of the new movies and all the stuff they're setting him up with.
No, he's not.
I know
this whole new movie. All right, Let There Be Carnage. Venom. Let There Be Carnage. Carnage was way underdone. He was way seriously. Carnage wipes the floor with Spider-Man and Venom every single time. Carnage is not a minor character. Carnage is not a little throwaway guy. No, Carnage is the only reason Carnage hasn't been a huge thing against the Avengers is because of the whole symbiotes thing going on and him doing his own. There's his own thing. Carnage is not. Out of all the villains Peter has fought, Carnage is one, if not the most powerful one he's fought.
I don't know.
Thanos is more powerful than Carnage.
Thanos was more Avengers, not just that.
Yeah, I'm not talking team ups. I'm talking.
Right. I was just never. I never really felt the whole Carnage thing. I thought it was just.
I was reading the.
I don't know.
I was reading
That's
Venom
just
comics lately. Riot was the son of Carnage, kind of like how Carnage was the son of Venom.
Yes.
How was Riot come first, but then Carnage come second?
Riot did not come first. Carnage came first.
Riot was in the first Venom movie, though. When the guy he fought at the end was Riot.
No, the guy he fought at the end was Carnage.
No, in the very first movie, Venom, the first Venom movie, the two fighting at the end.
Oh no, that Riot wasn't.
Right.
They changed things around a little bit, but no, Riot Toxin was the son of Carnage.
Yeah, but Riot was Toxin was
Carnage. There was 4 children of Venom: Phage, Toxin, Lasher, and Carnage.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. So since Matthew started watching it, he's been watching everything.
I've been into Spider-Man for years.
Yeah.
Hold on.
There was even Null, who was the.
Yeah, I think we need something.
Toxin is the son of Carnage. I was right on that.
Yeah, there was
Toxin's the son of Carnage.
He said Venom had four kids.
Venom had more than 4 kids.
Oh, more than 4.
Well,
he's only the part he's up to so far is 4, but
because I've seen the green one, the orange one, the yellow one, red, which is Carnage, gray. There was shown a bunch of them. There was even Null, who was human-like, but he had the powers of a symbiote because he was the god of symbiotes.
Yeah, Null's the god of symbiotes.
Yeah.
You get the whole King in Black going on and stuff now, but if you're going back to the 90s, Venom was experimented on, or when he was captured before Carnage was made, Venom had other characters or other children
Yeah.
before Carnage, because when he was captured,
Where's Spawn coming?
when he was captured, they experimented on him and made the symbiotes. I mean, it was the lethal protectors.
What is this red?
Right.
They were the lethal protectors, and then Venom went out and killed them all, and then they revamped it and redid it or whatever. But Toxin was the son of Carnage. Carnage ended up branching off with Toxin, and then it was one of the few times Carnage teams up with Venom because they need to kill Toxin. And did you guys watch Let There Be Carnage yet?
Not yet.
How are we supposed to talk about this if you haven't watched it months after the movie hit? You know what? Spoilers. I don't care. I know you don't care.
That's fine. I'm fine with that, but I just haven't gone.
The cop in Let There Be Carnage, that character is Toxin in the comic books. And at the end of the movie, he opens his eyes, and his eyes are green, and he's going, the monsters, showing that Carnage did have his offspring Toxin. So the possibility of that happening.
Yeah, we have our movies planned out right now.
But
Friday, we're going maybe Thursday at midnight or Friday, we're going to see Ghostbusters Afterlife.
I'm gonna go watch that in my living room.
How?
It's not. So
HBO Max, buddy.
Exclusively in
It says exclusively at theaters is Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters has been announced to be on HBO Max all year. They changed that on me. I'm gonna be angry.
Yeah, you might want to check that again because it said exclusively at theaters when we watched the trailer. Same thing with Spider-Man. That's December.
Spider-Man is exclusively at theaters because Disney's not going to let Sony put it on their streaming service.
Oh, hell no.
And Sony's not going to let Marvel put it on their streaming service.
No, they're going to want that at the box office. That's going to tear up the box office. But I think even if Ghostbusters does end up on HBO Max, I think I'd rather see that one on the big screen.
Ooh, look at Pizza's facial hair! Ow! Ow! It's an extra full this year, baby.
Yeah, I started early this year when I did it, so.
Yeah, that's looking nice. Kerwin, you taking notes?
No, you keep talking. I'm looking something up, so you're taking over.
Yeah, I did. My hair was almost white. It was like platinum blonde today. And then I listened to some Yo-Yo Girl and Sally's. Here, try this Snow White toner. It'll make your hair white the rest of the way, and it came darker now. So I got to go bleach it again.
Oh my gosh, every time a beauty person tries to sell me toner, I say, ooh, that's some sexy toner. It's giving me a bow. Yeah. You know the rest.
Yeah, we know the rest.
Yeah.
But it's
But yeah. They did pull it from. Well, that saddens me because that means I'm pretty sure that means for the rest of the year, HBO Max is worthless to me because that was the whole reason I got it, was so I could watch these new releases without having to go pay theater prices for everybody.
Yeah,
because now Matrix probably won't be on there. Why was Dune on there then? Why release Dune on there and not put that in theaters by itself?
Yeah, that totally.
They've been announcing all these movies to be on HBO Max. It's got me a little heated. That's stupid. It's dumb.
Yeah, I can't wait to go see Ghostbusters at the theater though.
I don't like going to the theater.
Oh, I can't wait to have to wait for it to come out on HBO Max.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm waiting with Carnage. I think when it comes out, I'll watch it, but I just didn't get to the theaters with everything going on.
Time and money fell right in place to go see Carnage. Like it was like, oh, we've got time. Oh, I got the money. Okay, let's go watch it. But we're helping Crashly's mom move this weekend. I've got Maddox, Raven, Zach, Nora. Wait, I won't have Zach. Zach will be his dad's. So we got Crashly, Raven, Maddox, me, and Nora. That's 5 people. I don't have $75 to go to the movies every time a good movie comes out.
Oh, I know. I hear you.
I'm done. I've got HBO. So I'll just have to wait. So you guys are gonna have to wait on that one.
Yeah, we're moving at the end of the month, so we're packing and we're getting together. But Ghostbusters is the one I've been waiting the longest for so far. So I'm waiting to see that one. And I think I deserve to go see it since I muddled through the Ghostbusters, the women Ghostbusters. Since I saw that, I think they owe me. So.
But getting back on track, let's rewind. Getting back on track, what we were talking about before we went on all this tangent stuff. Woo! Welcome to Nerds. All right, is the theory that Ned is going to become the Hobgoblin in Spider-Man No Way Home because Peter decides to save MJ instead of him when they fall from the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah,
that's a theory. That's a thought. It's a possibility.
Hopefully they won't. Well, it was Gwen Stacy they killed in The Amazing Spider-Man. Sorry, spoilers, but it's been out long enough that we can give spoilers on that.
I think they're just doing.
You just ruined it for everybody who was going to do their homework, Robert.
They still got more homework to do. Next week there'll be a test.
Yeah, you have to watch the original
recreate the
60s.
scene from Spider-Man 1.
Yeah, there'll be a test next week.
On this test, you'll have the 1964 Spider-Man show.
Let's see.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Hollow Queen she's waiting for the Ghostbusters too, but the Spider-Man. I'd like to see him do Hobgoblin, but I think Ned is still a good sidekick at the moment to keep in the movie.
Ned as Hobgoblin.
I like the sidekick aspect.
Because they didn't set it up. That's the only reason I don't think they're going to do it.
And I'm still waiting to see what they do with Aunt May. I like this Aunt May better.
Marissa Tomei. I'm like I said, everybody's worried they're going to throw too much in it. Is Daredevil in it? Is he going to be in it? If he's in it, it's going to be a quick. Hey, I'm a lawyer. I'm here to help.
Yeah, I think that's the only part people have been saying about that.
If it's going to have Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire in it, I don't really.
It'll be nice if they do.
Yeah.
I want to see some really big spot where Peter's like in a spot and all of a sudden, and then boom, boom, two of them.
I think what's going to happen, and this is my thoughts, okay? I think what's going to happen is Peter, the first act is going to be Peter and Strange screwing everything up. It's going to be everything happening to Peter from when it was outed he was Spider-Man and his family and his friends and everything to him and Strange screwing everything up. Second act is going to be Peter getting hit by villain after villain after villain. I don't think it's going to be him fighting all the villains at once, okay? I think it's going to be him villain after villain after villain. And then the third act is going to be Strange. It's going to end somewhat with Peter fighting Strange because Strange is wanting to send them back. And Peter finds out they're all going to die if he does. And it's Peter. I can't send them to their deaths. And the third act is going to be the characters versus each other type stuff. Now, it's possible that perhaps the first villain that gets sent back is Green Goblin. And they were wondering what happens to who's the Green Goblin that comes up later. Obviously, it's a Hobgoblin style character. It could either be Franco, it could be Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man's Green Goblin, or it could be Ned, Hobgoblin. We don't know. I'm also going to speculate and say that Doc Ock and Sandman join Peter's ranks.
I don't know.
I'll show you.
These whole redemption arcs in these things for the villains, I was never a fan of that either.
Well, Sandman already went through his redemption arc, and so it's
Sandman and Doc Ock both already went through their
redemption their movies arc. They did, but
my only problem is I saw in the trailer Doc Ock's arm got an upgrade. I swear to God, if they make Doc Ock spited by Iron Man, I'm gonna lose it. Every Spider-Man movie we've had so far, the villain was spited by Tony Stark. Vulture, the one from the second Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
I swear to God, they make Doc Ock spited by Tony Stark. I'm going to lose it.
Mysterio. Yeah, but it is what it is. They were going with the Ultimates, and the Ultimates was a little bit more of a thing. But then Sony still had Miles Morales, so, All right, now, I'm going to go ahead and show you. This is why part of me thinks that we are going to get Sandman and Doc Ock on Peter's team. You've got Lizard
This is all my fault. I can't save her.
and Electro coming out.
Yeah, there's
Now, there's
Sandman.
Sandman in the background.
And here's Lizard. The Peter jumped over Sandman's arm.
Jumped over Sandman's arm, but was he really going after Peter? We don't know. Maybe he
it
was.
looked like Ned was just trying to save MJ on the way down.
Ned was trying to save MJ, yes, and
Yeah.
but Ned's hanging,
Right.
right? So Ned goes to try to save MJ here,
Yeah.
and now he's hanging. Now Peter has to make a choice. Is he going to save Ned or MJ?
It's supposed to be the Spider-Man 1 scene again, where it's the bus
And
ride.
Peter
let it-
jumps.
Let it keep running. Let it keep running. All right. Yeah. See, I was thinking it might be one of the other Spider-Man that kind of grabbed her.
And I can't stop him.
Why did we just end that?
All right, now let's go back here. Do.
They're a danger to our universe.
See, it's got the red and stuff like that. And if
Did
they
you see it?
upgraded Doc Ock by Stark Industries, I'm going to be ticked.
No. Here's the thing. They've shown in a previous trailer Spider-Man's jumping on top of a car when Doc Ock's fighting him wearing the Iron Spider suit.
Yeah.
So it's possible that Doc Ock's tentacles got a bit of the Iron Spider thing. Or Doc Ock teams up with Peter. Now, watch this. Did you see that?
Yeah, it was Doc Ock.
Watch this. Now watch.
Danger to our universe.
You know to take this away from me.
Why would Electro be shooting Doc Ock out the building and fighting Peter as well? And Doc Ock said, the guy who plays Doc Ock, I cannot remember his name for the life of me, has been stated saying that it's his character post Spider-Man 2. So it's likely he could have been pulled as he was falling, as he was sinking in the water. So he's already somewhat turned.
Spider-Man.
Well, if he
Alfred
was
Molina,
already
thank
turned,
you,
if he was already turned, partially turned when he came through, why would he be fighting him then through the whole thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want.
Yeah, there's the foe, and then this one come rolling in. I mean, I think it's Franco's character.
Hold on. No, we need to look up Amazing Spider-Man 2's glider, because that's not Defoe's glider.
It looks like it was the one Harry was on.
Harry was on a
Smaller,
freaking
it was a-
surfboard glider.
Yeah. It was close, but not quite. It might be Amazing Spider-Man 2's.
No, Amazing Spider-Man 2's Green Goblin glider was all...
How's that look?
Hold on, I'm trying to get a... That was Amazing Spider-Man 2's... Oh, here. All right, hold on. Gotta get my mouse over here. All right. That is Amazing Spider-Man 2's glider.
That thing's all Cadillac freaky looking there. Holy crap.
Yeah, it is weird. Like shoe extensions with wings. But that doesn't...
Yeah.
That doesn't look like... That's not Norman's glider.
Looks like
I mean, it could be, but a modification.
It looks like a modified version of Norman's.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to find another section with Norman's glider.
Yeah. Right in there.
You want.
They don't show it.
It didn't show it.
No, it goes right into that one.
But it looks like a modification of Norman's glider, which, again, we don't know. But that guy is... There's no denying that is not Willem Dafoe's.
Right.
And Harlequin, it's not Franco's glider either. Franco had that...
Yeah, a small skateboard looking.
Yeah. I wanna hear what he says to MJ again. I forgot.
Everything you want, while the world tries to make you choose.
This is all my fault. I can't save everyone.
And maybe him going after MJ there is what makes Ned turn into Hobgoblin.
What's happening?
Since he went from MJ instead of Ned. You never know.
That's what I'm saying. Like perhaps Peter choosing MJ, like sort of like letting Ned die in a sense, or die.
Yeah, you went after her instead of me, you know.
Yeah. Has him do Green Goblin. Or do Hobgoblin. And see, I was thinking about Hobgoblin. Hobgoblin wasn't souped up like Green Goblin was.
No. It was more like brain kind of thing.
He bought the tech was sold to him by Norman Osborn. Where Norman and Harry were both gassed. Like they were injections, whichever way you want to look at it. It's gas in the Raimi trilogy. It was injections in the comic. They were both souped up by a super serum type thing.
Yeah.
Hobgoblin was just Ned being a villain and having a glider and pumpkin bombs and causing terror around New York. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I've got a strong feeling we might get that. And that's what I'm saying is it might end up being I think we're going to get this whole situation where acts 1 and 2 are going to sort of be its own little mini movie, like in acts 1, 2, and 3 of the multiverse villains coming through.
Yeah.
And then act 3 is going to be the aftermath situation of him fighting Ned.
Cleaning it all up, kind of. Coming to grips with what's got to happen and that kind of thing. Because there's always the whole coming to grips with what's got to happen scene. And then they go from there.
Because, and this is, here's evidence, here's more evidence on why I think Doc Ock teams up with Peter. All right, more evidence. Okay, now.
Hello, Peter.
Fighting. Peter's, who the heck is this guy?
You're not Peter Parker.
He's clearly got him. Clearly got him.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Dr. Otto Octavius.
And now they've got Octavius captured.
Yeah.
Wait, no, seriously, what's your actual name?
Like, how did
there are others
one?
Out there. We need to send them back. So
one,
Scooby-Doo this.
Since when was Spider-Man 1 to capture someone and take him to a secret hideout and put him in a cage?
Yeah, I know, right? I don't ever remember there being a spider cave, you know?
I don't seriously think it's like, ooh, we caught Doc Ock. Let's take him to this hideout cave. No, I think Doc Ock goes, hey, I'm, you know, we got something going on. Let's get this figured out. Yeah. And they don't trust him. So they're like, well, you stay over there in holding while we try to get this figured out. Yeah, there's too many death flags. Oh, it's sad. And they need to not kill MJ. That would be the dumbest thing in the world, is to merge Gwen Stacy and Mary Jane's characters together for this new MJ just to kill her off in the third movie.
Right. There's so many different things. I mean, I have the Spider-Man wedding album.
We watched Dune. We watched Dune, did we not, Pizza?
We talked about that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they're not going to kill MJ.
Hell no.
Zendaya's got too good of an agent. I mean, look, she got headlining credits for Dune and was in the movie for like 5 accumulative minutes.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, come on. You think her agent's going to be like, oh, yeah, you can kill her character off?
Oh, no. I mean, if we got the comic books, like we have the Spider-Man wedding album, we have that. I mean, eventually, yeah, they give rid of MJ, but there's a big thing around it. You know what I mean? There's a whole lot around that.
Oh, they didn't get rid of MJ. They got rid of their wedding, their marriage, and then they're slowly bringing it back, but differently. And it's just like,
Yeah, there's a whole lot going on. They cannot kill MJ. Gwen Stacy, okay. Even still
Gwen
that.
Stacy has to die.
Yeah.
That was the weirdest thing about seeing Gwen Stacy in Spider-Man 3. That needed never to happen.
I was thinking about it. Doc Ock and Spider-Man working together. That's one superior Spider-Man team up.
They had there was just. I've been pulling out a lot of the Spider-Man comics that I have, and granted, being more of a DC guy, I have a lot of Spider-Man, but not, comparative to my other ones. But still.
Yeah, I wish I had more Spider-Man than I have. I've read a lot more Spider-Man than I have.
Yeah,
but
my first wife decided, because her brother that passed away was a big Spider-Man collector, but when I got his comic book, she gave me his Spider-Man, so I just put mine with it. And then when we got divorced, she just grabbed the Spider-Man box and took off. So she got all my Spider-Man from then. I would have had a bigger collection, but...
Yeah, as far as my Spider-Man, if you're just looking at the Amazing Spider-Man from the Volume 1, where's it at? If you're just looking at Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1, I've only got 32 comics. But then there's, so many more. There's Spider-Man, Sensational Spider-Man, Marvel Adventures Spider-Man. There's a whole list. You can't see them because it's all shiny, bright, but there's a whole list of, these are the titles, the Spider-Man titles that I have issues of. So, I wish I had more because he is my favorite Marvel character. Well,
yeah,
Venom and Carnage were my favorite Marvel characters.
Spider-Man was always my favorite.
Spider-Man, I really enjoyed Spider-Man. Then when they brought out Venom and Carnage, I was like, oh, this is awesome. And I don't have those books. I wish I did. And then when they brought Carnage into it, Maximum Carnage series, man. When Cletus Cassidy is in there and they're injecting him, and he just looks over and has this maniacal grin on his face and just massacres everyone in there, and then gets out and just starts massacring people all over the place. And Peter's getting his butt handed to him. Venom's getting his butt handed to him. And they can't get help because the Avengers are off doing something else at the time. It was just an epic, epic run. I
always started out with the old 60s cartoon, The Amazing Spider-Man, back in the day. And I remember watching the cartoon. He had two villains in one of the episodes that looked like him, but they were two black suit villains. They looked like Spider-Man. And they had little web shooters, but they were like cable shooters or whatever. And then, 10, 12 years later in the comic books, from when I watched it, that's when the black suit symbiotes started coming out here and there. So, they had their little things going back from way back, but still.
Yeah, and that could have been what inspired the kid that sent in the Black Suit Spider-Man artwork that brought about Black Suit Spider-Man.
I like the original symbiote suit with the big spider on it.
Yeah.
I wasn't crazy about Sam Raimi's just the black version of his suit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it looked cool and it worked, but I like the other one
modernized a little bit. Again, but we've also come to the conclusion that it was sort of shoehorned in.
I think so.
I was okay with it. They changed. Spider Suit constantly changes.
Yeah,
it does. But
I want to see a little more of the Spider-Man noir. When we watched the Miles Morales one and they had Nick Cage as Spider-Man noir, I want to see more of that.
Did you know Nicolas Cage was supposed to play Superman?
Hello, Queen. There is Black Suit Spidey in the trailer, but he's not Black Suit Spidey.
That's an armor. It's an armored version.
Armor suit thing.
It's supposed to be I think they said it was supposed to be the stealth suit, but it was supposed to protect him from the time change.
Yeah,
that's why he had that thing with
it was imbued in magic.
Something.
What if they add more Spider-Man villains from the comics, just as a cameo, kind of like an Agent Venom?
Now, if they kept putting too much more in, they're gonna.
The way they've done villain cameos in the new Spider-Man movies is how it should stay.
Yeah,
you know, they've had Prowler is cameoed, Scorpion is Scorpio's cameoed. You know, they've Craven's cameoed.
I know they did the Rhino in the other one real brief at the end.
Oh yeah, that was dumb. That Rhino was just dumb.
I'm waiting for that movie to come out still. I saw the new trailer for that too.
Since it's a part of the cinematic universe, maybe they would add him in this.
No,
because wasn't he a Spider-Man villain?
Go see him. He was in Spider-Man, but he was his own character. Morbius.
Yeah, Morbius started out as a Spider-Man villain.
Yeah, he started out as a Spider-Man villain.
So I'm thinking like maybe they'll...
No, they're not. He's got his own movie coming out. They're not going to throw him anywhere near this right now.
Those Venom...
They're gonna. It's tying together.
Yeah,
it's tying together, but don't know exactly how.
Not sure yet. I mean, there's so many different ways we can go, and we can make the theories all day. But until we see it, and then sit there and go, "Oh, okay," or like I watch it from the action sense in the comic books and how the fans see it. You have that little extra from film school going on you, where you might see something obviously different than what I'm going to see.
Yeah, there's definitely differences. There's camera tricks and stuff like that, and I see that Sandman in the background, but I don't know. I don't see if it's Raimi's Sandman. Raimi's Sandman wasn't a true villain. Raimi's Sandman wasn't a villain throughout the entire Raimi movie.
No.
He was all about saving his kid.
Yeah.
They just let a person walk into a radioactive spider field.
Please. No. He went into
he was running from the cops, jumped down into a test site.
Yeah, it was a
test from the cops and got caught in a radiation test.
Right. It was like it fused him with the molecular rearrangement thing.
Yeah. But he still, he still wasn't really a villain.
Right.
Just like the whole Spider-Man 2 is one of the best Spider-Man movies out there. And and Doc Ock wasn't a true villain. He got mad.
Yeah.
He lost his way because his wife died.
Well, yeah, that and the AI, the thing that regulated the AI is what broke. So it wasn't really that he was a villain, it was just the tech.
And that's the other thing, too, is perhaps Spider-Man's armor suit helps turn Ock. If you notice in the trailer, you see the red eyes on his Ock suit when he first shows up. Then they don't show the color of his Ock suit after that. Because they're not going to show you if it changes back to where Octavius is back in control.
Yeah.
I remember a comic thing where Doc Ock got married to Aunt May.
Listen out. We got Aunt May and we got Aunt May and Happy right now. Marissa Tomei, I think she's so far the Aunt May that I like the most.
Yes, they were well done. Exactly. And that was the thing about Sandman was Spider-Man 3's. Harry, even as poorly as Harry and Venom were done in that movie, it's only because they were rushed. Harry still had the doubt and the anger and the jealousy. That was his big thing, was he was jealous of Peter getting with MJ, and then finding out that Peter killed his dad even made him more angry. Like, his arc in Spider-Man 3 was on point up to the "I'm coming to save you, Peter" thing. My butler told me you didn't really kill him. Yay, I'm going to come save you.
All is forgiven. Let's go.
Like seriously, you couldn't have told me that like at the beginning of the movie.
Right.
Like it just that part of the arc is what saddened me with it, and the fact that Venom just the whole Topher Grace could have pulled the character off with better direction, and if they would have made a better Venom. Like, it better be Venom instead of "I'm Venom, but I'm Topher Grace. Couldn't talk to you."
Yeah.
Like, no.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, they set Harry had the time with both movies and everything to set up how his character was going to
All
go.
3 movies, and then it's just like,
Well, yeah,
fell flat. And then and then Venom was just too rushed. It was like they set it up, and then Venom was rushed. I mean, obviously Raimi was going to have Lizard in there at some point too.
my thing was, I was never a Topher Grace fan, and the whole big thing with that is he was supposed to be Spider-Man before Tobey Maguire, but he did that 70s show and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So that's why Topher Grace. I think they kind of. It was almost like throwing him a bone to make him Venom in there.
Well, James Franco auditioned for Spider-Man as well.
Did he?
Yeah.
There's no way James Franco could have pulled off Spider-Man, I don't think. I don't know. Not the way they were trying to.
But anyone tries to say Topher Grace can't play a villain, go watch Predators.
That was good. I did like that.
He's a heck of a villain. Like I said, sometimes Raimi can direct, and I think when Spider-Man 3 came along, Raimi was too ticked off with the studio to care anymore.
Yeah,
some of the stuff was perfect. Peter on the church in the black suit, sitting there contemplating. Oh my God, that was
awesome.
Directly from the comic book.
Where he was peeling the suit off and everything like that?
Yeah. Everything up to that point was beautiful, and then it was just a train wreck. And I don't think this one's going to do that. I think it's going to have villains throughout the movie that he's fighting that we've already had established.
Mm-hmm.
Already know who they are from previous movies.
Yeah, every backstory is already there.
And then the main villain that Peter has to fight in the end is going to be a new villain that people have had to be watching. It's going to be Hobgoblin. Final answer. I'm locking it in.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I agree with you guys with Raimi and Topher and all that. Was just annoyed that he had to shoehorn Venom in somehow.
Yeah, like he was wanting to toy with him, and they're like, "You can't do that. You got to give him all of it." And yeah, they put too much into that, and when it wasn't supposed to be that way. But I mean, we've got so much coming out too. We've got Hawkeye coming out. We've got what's the other MC? She-Hulk.
She-Hulk. I don't know about that one yet.
What?
Morbius I'm waiting for. Hawkeye I like. If they, with Jeremy, oh my God, having a brain fart. But I think She-Hulk. I think they're just trying to throw movies out now.
She-Hulk isn't a movie; it's a TV series.
I thought it was supposed to be a movie.
No, it's a Disney Plus series, just like Hawkeye.
All right,
They're Disney Plus series.
Maybe I'll check it out. I got the one series I'm watching right now that I was surprised. It was a surprise thing that I turned on and ended up binging up to where it's current right now. Is the CSI Vegas.
Don't cut your nails near my painting.
Who uses tweezers to cut their nails?
I heard the sound.
I heard the sound.
Yeah, I've seen.
Deadly freaking nails.
I don't have deadly nails when I clip them.
Eyes out and they fling across the room. If you listen, you hear them tink, tink.
I'm stoked.
I had a few series going. I cannot get into Star Trek Prodigy. I never thought I would say it. I just can't. I don't have if it's one of those things, if I have nothing else to watch, I'll throw it on. I
need to watch episode 3 when it comes out. But episode 2 was a snooze fest.
Yeah, I can't watch it. I don't like it. I'm sorry.
Like I was really hoping for something like Clone Wars. Or Rebels. I was hoping for that style. But no. It's
I don't know what it is.
Boring.
It is very boring. I can't watch it. I almost sat there like I almost turned in my Star Trek card when I said I can't. I just can't do it. But
I'm gonna watch it in hopes it gets better, just because.
Yeah, but I mean, I was going through the channels, and if you've ever watched the original CSI with Grissom and Hodges and Nora and all them,
I've seen episodes of it. I am not a huge realistic. I know it's not realistic, but unless it has monsters or aliens or something in it, if it's just these people investigating this murder and there's no supernatural effect, I'm like,
yeah, well, I used to be a big fan of it when it was out before, with the first few seasons, and then when they started changing all the characters and everybody was leaving and coming back, and then I watched the new one, CSI Vegas, and then I saw Grissom and I saw Hodges and I'm like, oh my God, it's all the real people. And I started watching that. But I'm waiting. Discovery is supposed to be out this week. This Thursday is supposed to be episode 1. So I'm waiting to see that.
Wait, Discovery is this week?
This week. Yeah, the 18th.
Speaking of Star Trek.
Oh.
Eagle Moss upset me.
Uh-oh.
I had walked outside and there's a package. Eagle Moss didn't really upset me. My post office upset me. And I have to contact Eagle Moss to find out if they're going to do something about it. Because this is how they shipped me a package. I was like, oh, what's this? Okay.
Looks like the post office did it.
Oh, yeah, the post office did it. But come on, if you're going to send something out, send it protected.
Yeah.
A piece of cardboard doesn't do that. We saw what happened to that Amazing Spider-Man number 36 I got. Yeah. And I was like, oh, it's from Eagle Moss. Well, this doesn't look like a ship.
What did they send you?
So I opened it up, and it is a limited edition print, number 1668 out of 3550, or out of 3500.
Of Discovery.
It's a decent print.
Yeah, it's a nice print.
Now, let me take it out of the plastic so you can actually see. Oh, man, they sealed it to where you can't reseal it back. That's dumb. Where it was bent.
Huh.
You can't see it on this camera. Let me see if I can get a better angle with lighting. Let's see here. Come on.
What's it have, like a scrape through it or something? Or that. Oh, it bent it in half on you.
It bent it in half, and where it bent, there it is. You see that white line going down? That's not the plastic.
Oh, wow.
It color broke. That much.
Oh, wow.
A big color rub on it.
I'd be calling Eagle Moss or the post office.
Well, the post office, when it comes to shipping stuff out, come on, focus. Focus. I can't. I'm a little blurry right now. All right. Aha! All right, here we go. Is it doing it? No. Okay, whatever. Here, guess what, pizza?
Huh?
You're gonna get big in right now. There we go. Make you big.
Look at me go.
Hey, now I'm focused.
There you are.
No, I'm not. See,
no, you're not.
This makes me look focused. Okay, so the post office is not responsible for how things are packaged. Now, if it was insured, if Eagle Moss insured it in shipping, then Eagle Moss is the one that has to file the claim.
Right.
So I am going to email Eagle Moss, take pictures of those color rubbing things, color rubs or whatever. If I can't get it to come, maybe it's just a little dirt, maybe it was just moisture, who knows? I'm going to try to straighten it out first, double check 100%. You can't, once you pull it out of the plastic, it's out of the plastic.
Yeah.
So I haven't had the time. But I never even thought I was getting it, so maybe it was just a free gift, and they're going to be like, dude, it's a free gift. Sorry if it got tore up, but hey, it was a free gift.
Well, yeah, that wouldn't be real PR friendly there for that, you know.
I can't argue. If it was free, it was free.
Hmm.
But then I'd be like, "Where's my ship from October? Come on, man! I haven't gotten all my ships. I don't think, and they're still all Picard ships. I want my nacelle detached nacelle Discovery ship that's on the picture, right there on the front. All right, let's see if I'm back at it. Here we go. Here we go. Yes.
There you go. Now you're focused.
Now I'm focused. And then I had a friend who came across a couple comics and decided to be like, "Hey, man, he's selling some books at the auction." And he wondered if I wanted to go through, asked if I wanted to go through them. And I was like, "Yeah, they're mostly fillers. They're Bronze Age Superman, most of them, which aren't much, $3 books. If they're in really good condition, you might have a $10 book. But if they're in your average farmhouse style condition, they're dollar books all day long. But it did have a couple keys in it that are not in the greatest condition. And I told him, I'm like, "Yeah, you got some in there, probably, $5-10 a piece the way they are." And he gave them to me, not sold them to me. He gave them to me. So I got Green Lantern number 39.
Nice.
Again, it's spine roll, tears, fraying, spine ticks like crazy, color rub, color breaking, filthy, bent. But I'm not complaining, because even in the condition it's in, it's still worth a few bucks. Did I just see? Oh, it was Shadow. It's like, did I just see some water damage in this one too? And this is a second appearance book of Black Hand. Yeah. It's the second appearance of the Black Hand. So it's a minor key. But the other one, and this is Silver Age. That's a Silver Age book. And that's not volume 1, that's volume 2 of Green Lantern. I messed up. I said volume 1, I meant volume 2. All you other comic people are like, "It's not volume 1. Look at the Green Lantern. Volume 1 is Green Lantern with the lantern in the center. That's volume 2. Okay, it's volume 2. Sorry. Volume 1's Golden Age. My bad." But then we have one here, which is a Bronze Age DC Comics presents number 26.
Oh, nice.
Now, this is more of it's a minor key, I guess, but it could be a major key. Same situation with the condition it's in. It's in horrible grade. You got, as you can see here, all that water damage on that cover. And it looks like it may have gone a little bit to the book, but it looks like more it was just the cover that soaked up some coffee spill, or maybe it was against maybe the cardboard it was up against got wet.
Yeah.
But you got water damage. You got a giant color breaking fold in the center. Corners aren't the greatest. You got spine roll, but a decent presser might be able to get that out. The staples are still intact. It's got all its pages. Pages would probably... Oh, yeah, no, there's water damage all throughout. But still, it's a reader copy. It's not the greatest. However, this is a first appearance key of the new Teen Titans. First appearance of Raven, Cyborg, and what was the other one? Come on, Colonel. Starfire. Yes.
Starfire, Beast Boy, Raven, Cyborg.
Beast Boy appeared prior to this. This isn't the first appearance of Beast Boy. Beast Boy was previously known as the Changeling.
Okay.
And he was in other stories. But this is the first appearance of Starfire, Raven, and Cyborg. Again, decent key. If Titans had been a hit and been done so much better than it was, again, I like Titans. I can enjoy it. But if it had been a huge hit and been done better than it was, then it probably would be worth a lot more. Still being the first appearance of Cyborg, if Cyborg gets used more than just, the Justice League, would be better. And of course, the other books I've got some Walmart packs. I've got the Moon Knight #3, what people are calling the Blood variant.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Walmart exclusive, but it actually has value out of them. And there's some other books in there. I have to pull them out and go through. But
I'm still trying to get the time with packing and everything. I'm probably not going to get to it for a while. I still got like 3/4 of my collection to add into my phone into that app.
Oh yeah. Well, have you lost your? Have they done anything about the pricing yet? Since they no longer team up with Go Collect to give you pricing.
I haven't noticed it. I haven't even been on in a few weeks. I know they update my pricing all the time.
They may have been going with someone else because a lot of people I've been talking to have been complaining that they're not getting pricing. And they sent out an email saying that that they were no longer going to be pricing because they discontinued their deal with Go Collect, where they were getting their pricing from. But I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna try to find a different one than the one I have. I like the one I have because it legitimately goes, oh, okay, this is my variant.
Yeah.
But I'm getting it has hardly any of the Walmart variants on it. And I think that's more of a collector going, I don't care about Walmart books, I'm not putting them on their thing, than it is trying to help everybody out.
Because I have the CLZ app for mine. So
I've had some other people talk about I've heard other people talk about some other apps out there. I'll look into what's out there a little bit more. That was more of a knee-jerk decision. I had used it before.
Mm-hmm.
And was like, ooh, I like the layout of it. Pizza, where'd you go? I like the layout of it, guys, but at the same time, it's $50 a year. I want to pay that a year for the app. So, however, while Pizza's figuring out what's going on his end, I will go ahead and show you the other ones. I got the High Republic, Star Wars High Republic #4. That was in the Walmart pack. I got the Amazing Spider-Man #31 Codex variant. I'm not sure about the situation in there, but I mean, value of these, because I know a lot of these are back issues. But I mean, the artwork is just like, see. Oh, there's Pizza. He's back. You're back.
All of a sudden, I'm just sitting there. I was talking. Next thing I know, thing went out on me.
I was showing him some things that I got that were in the Walmart packs while you were gone. There's the Amazing Spider-Man 31 Codex variant.
Okay.
From the newer volume. And I was opening up to look at the artwork, and man, I just look at this artwork, man. Right there. There's Carnage standing over Peter, just beat the holy living blood out of him. Just oh. They Topher graced Carnage though. Pull it back so we can see his face. But I mean, I gotta find out the series because now I just saw Gwen Stacy in here. Like, is that her clone? Bring her back. It's Absolute Carnage Part 2. I didn't say that on the front. Absolute Carnage Part 2. Okay. Let's give that one a shot. And then there was Star Wars High Republic #4.
Okay.
That was one pack. I grabbed a few. Normally, I don't grab a whole lot of these when I see them because, one, they're like $9 a piece. But when they're $5 comics, that's $6 savings. But they only have so many of the front covers, but I knew that the Moon Knight Blood variant was this book has been selling for like $20-25 a piece. So it may lose its steam, who knows? But I know that it has steam right now. So I figured, why not? And I always check the spine to see about getting different books. And here is a Conan the Barbarian #14.
Oh wow.
And this is a Wolverine #4 variant edition, Days of Future Past homage, by Javier Rodriguez and Alvaro Lopez. 4 of 6. Days of Future Past. 4 of 6. Oh, okay. Maybe it's not an homage. Maybe it's a new Days of Future Past. I don't know. I'll have to read it. I haven't read any of these newer ones. Different about that. And of course, here's another. I checked the spine because I wanted new comics.
Yeah.
And when they were Moon Knights, I'm like, okay, I'll get those. I'm not trying to keep people from getting Moon Knight comics. I'm not specking or anything. I hate it when I go there and I can't find them. But I look at the spine and go, oh, this one doesn't have these. But this one, I'm like, okay, I'll go around. So then I've got this one has Captain Marvel number 32. And this one is The Future Begins Here, Incoming number 1. And this book it's a $10 book. I mean, it's a thick.
Yeah.
So that right there, I mean, that paid for itself just in this book. And it had a Moon Knight number 3 in the front.
There you
so
go.
That was a no-brainer in my opinion. And then the other one that I got here, I liked this cover. I'm not a huge variant person, like, oh, I need to get variants, but I liked this cover and I wanted to get it. It is a Wolverine number 2 variant.
That looks cool.
Yeah, it's just like it's not your classic Wolverine thing. Like he's saving someone, helping someone. It like reminds me of like a buddy cop situation where they're going after somebody. I don't know. It's cool. It's Bounty on Your Head, Wolverine and Maverick. And then it had a Shang-Chi number 4 variant cover. Or maybe this is the one that was on the front and the Wolverine was in it. I don't remember. I don't remember. I could have swore it was the Wolverine, but I could be wrong. And then I got no clue whatsoever why this book was made.
Which one?
If anyone out there could tell me the reason that this book was made, I'd appreciate it. Because it makes absolutely no sense that this book was made.
X Factor?
It is an X Factor 87. Right? Now you go, oh, X Factor 87, that's because they made 86 and they wanting to make 88. They got to make 87. It's a facsimile. X Factor 87 is a dollar bin book. Why are you going to make a facsimile in a dollar bin book? Like, who? No wonder there are Walmart packs. No one paid $4 for a dollar bin book.
Yeah, right.
Like, why? Why? Like, is there a first appearance in here I missed? I mean, maybe it's the fact that maybe it's the Ren and Stimpy at the beginning. I don't know. The Ren and Stimpy fake thing. I don't know why Marvel would go, ooh, let's do a facsimile of X Factor 87. It just seems so weird. No, and I got one more thing that I got. Find of the week.
La 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 la.
If you guys have watched the show before, you have seen that I have had superhero glasses. If I see them, cheap. I get them. And sometimes I go as cheap as, hey, I'll take that. Okay, here you go. Thank you. Bye. No money exchanged.
Oh my God, a Riddler.
A Riddler.
That's an older one too.
1976. It's what my Superman. I've got the Superman, the Green Lantern. I have to look at which one it is. But yeah, I got 2 of the Superman ones. But oh man, this one is. I mean, look at the color on that. Like
that was a good one.
This was put away and not touched. It's like sweet. I can live with that. What about you, man? What new things have you gotten? I know you've been moving, so it's kind of hard to get new things.
I don't have a lot of anything new right now. I just I don't even think I've gotten a thing. I have not gotten a thing. I haven't been to the comic book store lately. I haven't been Nothing. I've been packing to move. Trying to deal with the financial situation, everything.
Oh yeah. Now I'm not gonna lie, I've gotten a lot of new things, like as far as books that have been gotten but not logged. I don't know if this is the box. I've been picking up bags and boards to try to bag and board my comics that haven't been in bags and boards. Like I got the House of Slaughter #1 regular and foil.
Nice.
Foil variant. Picked up I don't know if this is a new one or a back issue, the Veal #1. I think it's a back issue. Yeah, I got that one. Some of these for 50 cents a piece. A series called Daymen, issues 2, 4, and 6. I got them for 50 cents a piece. I figured I'd check them out, see if they're interesting to read.
Oh, hold on, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
No, you go ahead. I picked up the Chadwick Boseman Spawn variant of Spawn issue number 311. The Spawn 320. Daredevil number 23. I love my comic books, guys. 2 King Spawn number 3s. The guy at my LCS doesn't always get variants, and when he does, and it's Spawn, he's always like, "Hey man, you want this variant?" And I'm like, "Sure." Especially since this is a confusing one because I think it's Todd McFarlane doing Scotty Young. It's weird. It's like a Todd McFarlane, Scotty Young variant mix thing. I don't know. Interesting. Spawn 323. Revelation. Here's the Moon Knight number 4 that I grabbed. Is that number 4 or number 3? That's number 3, I believe. Oh no. Okay. That never happened, guys. Didn't happen. Number 3. All right. Here's the Moon Knight number 4. I grabbed a Spectacular Spider-Man number 18. Gunslinger Spawn number 1. 2 different variants. Ciao. I gotta start reading those, catch myself up. Here is a. Now I can't afford a Hawkeye number 1, but I did find this one, or this is the one that they released. This is when I went and got most of these, was during the Halloween comic book extravaganza. So Hawkeye number 1, it's a reprint, Halloween extravaganza version. Then there's the Daredevil Road to Devil's Reign extravaganza number 1, and the Star Wars High Republic number 1 Halloween extravaganza version. Oh, and the Miles Morales Spider-Man number 1 Halloween extravaganza edition. And then there's Fade to Black. Oh, yes. These as well. I got these. I'll wait for pizza to come back for those.
He's taking a break right now, so his son Matthew Pizza's here.
Matthew Pizza. Yeah, if it were your brother Robbie, I got a bunch of Fortnite.
He probably has them already.
Oh, yeah, no, he's got them. But picked up a bunch of the Fortnite ones. There's this one here I picked up for me. The Fortnite Foundation variant copy. I gotta have a different cover than my kids, man.
Yeah, I have a few comics that were different covers.
So, what's he doing?
He had to use the bathroom.
Hey, you don't got to say that on live, man. You could have just said he's indisposed.
I'm new to this.
You're new to this. This is the.
He's actually coming out right now, so that's my cue to leave.
I was never here. Dark Ages #1. That was one of the Walmart ones. All right, Halloween. I'll catch you later. Sorry if I'm boring people now. I'm sure I am. Eternals Thanos Rises #1 variant edition. These are from Walmart packs again. Amazing Spider-Man #800 variant edition. Variant cover. Children of the Atom #6 variant cover.
Cool.
Star Wars #1, the newer run, not the older run, the newer run.
Oh, bye, Halloween.
Defenders #2. Alien #7 variant.
Oh, okay.
It's a Walmart variant. That's a really cool cover. A Conan the Barbarian #9.
Now, are these the new Conan ones or the older ones?
The new ones. These are in the Walmart packs.
Oh, wow.
Apparently, there's $10 packs out there that have more than just, you pay $9 for 3 or $10 for like 5 or something. But I never can find those. I think people buy them too much.
Yeah.
Then I've got this one is the Guardians of the Galaxy #15. Another Guardians of the Galaxy #15, but it is a variant. I believe the Walmart variant, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Toxin #1. Walmart variant. It's got the black toxin word.
Yeah.
Aliens Aftermath #1 variant. Defenders #2. Again, it's some duplicates. It happens. I try to look at the spine when you pull them out, so I don't.
Yeah.
Dr. Aphra #9. Sometimes it happens because, again, when I go, they won't have a whole lot. It'll show that they had a lot, but people have been buying them. And I'll look at the front cover, and it'll be like, oh, that's got a Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters Boosh #1 on it. I want that one. And, oh, that's got the Moon Knight one. I want that one. So I end up getting, a few, and then when I'm like, oh, wait, it's got more comics in it that I don't have, I'll go for it. And those are all Fortnite 0 point. There is a Last House on the Lake #5, or Nice House on the Lake #5 in there.
Did you get the Batman That Laughs Fortnite comic book?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I got one for everybody. That was the Foundation #1. Batman Foundation #1.
Yeah.
And then I got me this one.
Okay.
The variant.
Yeah. It's a nice one.
And while I was at that comic shop, I was going through their dollar comics, 50-cent comics, and these were $1 a piece. And it blew my mind that these were $1 a piece. And he goes, I was like, are these supposed to be in here? And he looked at me, he's like, works for me. Because earlier I saw some that definitely were not $1. I don't know if somebody just decided not to get them and threw them in the dollar bin, or if somebody was going to try to pull these were in the dollar bin type thing. They were not dollar books by any means.
Huh.
And I pulled them out and was like, dude, these aren't dollar books. And he goes, oh, no, they're not. They aren't supposed to be there. Type thing. And then when I saw these, or no, those were the 50-cent books. When I saw these, I was like, are these supposed to be in here? And he goes, yeah, those are fine. They're not in the best condition. They're not in the worst condition, I can tell you that much. Batman Dark Knight Triumphant.
Ooh, okay. That's a good one.
Batman Hunt for the Dark Knight.
Nice.
And look, I'll pull it out and I'll show you. Yeah, they got, you got a crease there. These are cardstock covers, so creases don't really press out of it. So you got a crease there. It's got a little bit of roll, but that might press. You can press roll, but you can't press those kind of creases. It's got some stress on the spine, but not really, a little bit of color break. But, I wouldn't say, oh, this is a 0.5 or an O grade. You're still looking at probably an 8.0. 7.7 to 8 in that range.
Yeah.
Because, it's got its issues, but they don't add up to horrible, thing. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this one was in there. And I was like, what? How is this one in there?
Oh, dude.
Right?
The Dark Knight Returns. Holy shit.
In a dollar bin.
Holy crap.
Again, it's got, blunted corners, color, like, not the greatest down here.
Still, unless that was rolled up in somebody's pocket.
Some handling things. Again, this is probably a good 7 to 8. But seriously,
yeah,
I didn't have a Dark Knight Returns. I was like, I need to get that one. I don't have the first one either. What was the first one?
It was the Dark Knight Returns 1 and 2. And I know there was Return of the Dark Knight.
Yeah, this is book 1. I don't have Dark Knight Returns book 2.
Right, yeah, there was book 1 and book 2.
And the year 1 is the other one that Frank Miller did.
Okay, yeah.
Well, actually, he did all these. He did by Frank Miller. You got Hunt for Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, these were all Frank Miller. This is all the same time frame. This was Batman Dark Triumphant book 2 and book 3. Oh, wait. I've got to look that up. I'm going to do it right now. I might have to turn in my Batman nerd card. This may be the 1, 2, and 3.
Well, let me see 2.
It's Dark Knight Triumphant.
That's not 2 then. There was Dark Knight book 1, Return of the Dark Knight book 2.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, because I got both of them on. I own the movies for the 2 of them as well.
No, this is Batman the Dark Knight book 2.
The Dark Knight Returns book 2 or just the Dark Knight?
I'm looking to see what the Dark Knight Returns says, Pizza. Hold your horses. Yeah. Pull on the reins. And this is Batman the Dark Knight book 1. Batman the Dark Knight book 1.
Huh.
Batman the Dark Knight book 2. And we're going to open up Batman the Dark Knight book 3. All else fails, look on the inside.
Yeah, they must have changed the book covers on me.
Well, they could be reprints. I don't know.
Variants or whatever.
Variants, reprints. They didn't really do much variants back then.
No, not much.
It wasn't, it was just like, hey, we're releasing a book. They do reprints. But somebody in one of my comic groups was all like, hey, if you could redo if you were in charge of the comic book market, you were in charge of the whole overall market, and you had to bring an end to the modern age, what would you do to bring in the new age? Which, of course, would be the new modern age. And everybody's saying their things. Oh, I'll do this, I'll do that. Sarcastic remarks. I'm sitting here going, what would I do? I would do low run first print of the first 5 issues of a book and high run second prints of the first 5 issues of a book. So people can still get into the story. Because when it comes to all these new books, these new stories, you can't get into them. Like The Walking Dead, you got to find some obscure, crazy issue 1 or buy the omnibus or, paperback trade to read the first few issues. Because the first few issues are so ungodly overpriced. Well, if you release low print runs of those first 5 issues, they can still have their collector value. They're low print. But then you've got your second print runs, release them to where people are still buying them, So you're still getting your sales for the comic, because when you run the comic industry, you don't care about the secondary market as much. You make zero money off the secondary market. If you made $10 off a book, it doesn't help you if the next person who sells that book makes $1,000. That does nothing for you. So they've got to print the books to sell them. Well, I would do that, because it's getting annoying sometimes to see these second prints that are more valuable than first prints because, there weren't as many printed. But I'm going to look that up. Look up your CLZ app. What does CLZ tell you about that?
Let me see. I know I've seen some higher priced, even a third edition book.
Oh yeah, no, they get up there.
Let me see.
All right, now I'm going to see which print this is, because they could be third prints or whatever. Who knows? Who cares? I don't care. Published monthly, copyright 1986, DC Comics. All rights reserved. Stories, characters, incidents. This says nothing about being a third print. Usually, if it's third print, it'll say third print. So this is a first print of The Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, I don't have all my Batmans in here yet. I just got my Superman box done. I have a few Batmans in here, but I was surprised. Although the price went down on this already a little bit.
Even a third print of this, even if it was a third print in very fine condition, according to my app, is looking at $20. First print in this condition is looking at $50. So I am going to go with that's a first print, and this is why I'm going to say that's a first print. For those inquiring minds, I don't know if anyone else is in here watching with us right now, Pizza, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
for those inquiring minds, if you look right here, where it says The Dark Knight, Book 1, yada yada, all the way down, nothing at the end. Excuse me. Except for the Warner Media thing at the very end. This right here is Batman Dark Knight Triumphant.
Yeah.
As The Dark Knight, all that. But if you look right down here, that two little words, third printing. So the second book has third printing in it. So that is why it's number 2. Third print. Very fine condition. That's a $10 book. Not going to argue with the fact that I got it for $1. And then Batman The Dark Knight with crazy-haired Robin.
Oh, the girl Robin? The girl.
Weird drawing of Robin.
Yeah, she was... I don't think she was Robin very long.
This is a... first print. And that one in a very fine condition is $20. So now it looks like all I need to get is number 4, Batman The Dark Knight Returns, Batman versus Superman.
I'm still waiting for...
This looks to be the final book I have to get.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. That's the armored Batman from... Yeah.
To have the complete set, which I had none of these, and I wanted them. I wanted them badly. And it's just like, woohoo, worked out. Yay.
The one I'm still waiting for is the last Ronin Ninja Turtles, book 4.
Oh, yeah.
They're so behind on that, it's ridiculous.
Let them do it right. I can't believe I had to get such a late printing of the first 2. That's my biggest thing is I don't know about these books. Like, even I try to keep up on them, and I still don't find out about them until like 2 issues in. I'm like, oh, crap. And then I'm hunting it down, and everybody's like, well, you want it, you got to pay. And I'm like, no, I don't. I'll just do it now.
When I got them for Robbie, I bought 1, 2, and 3 all at the same time. But 1 and 2 were second printings because the first ones were $60 a piece. They were charging. I was like, that's ridiculous, man.
Well, like, if you let me know if you ever come across it cheap.
What?
You probably already have. Best of TMNT. I need Raphael.
Okay, I'll check.
I've got Donatello, Leonardo, Michelangelo, Splinter, and Casey Jones. Shredder's supposed to be coming out sometime. I believe.
Raphael's the one you need?
Raphael's the one I need. Raphael's the one I didn't get. Yeah, my last Ronin #1, I ended up having to get a third print. And my last Ronin #2, I ended up having to get a second print.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, let's see where it's at right now. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Last Ronin #1, first print. You know, maybe the fact that they're holding off on it might help us. Looking at sold listings, $70, 50, 55, 46. 1, 2, and 3, all first print, $110. 47, 50, 72, 66. They're there. Second print, $20. Oh, wait. Last run of #4. Somebody's already sold one for $16, September 25th.
I didn't even think 4 came out yet.
Neither. Somebody's doing some market manipulations. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm going to have to check with Wade. What the hell?
Oh, I don't think it's out yet.
Did it say pre-order in there anywhere?
I backed off of it. Let's see here. Good Lord, there are so many variants of these covers.
Yeah, I know.
Good thing I'm not a variant completionist. I wouldn't have any money. I don't have any money now the way it is.
Tell me about it.
I'm still waiting for what I've been trying to do lately is trying to find people who have large assortments of comics that they don't want, but want to sell. And I don't need all of them, but I may want some of them. So I've been going, hey, I will sell them for you for a percentage. And out of that percentage, I might be buying them. You know, if I come across, and I've done some, I've sold some, but no big keys yet. But say I came across a key that was like $3,000, because some of these people, like this guy, one guy that got those 2 books from, he gets some deep dives. So you never know. He may pull up a old silver key or Silver Age Spider-Man comic that's worth some money. But say I sell, $3,000 worth of comics, and I charge 10%, I get to buy $300 worth of comics.
Yeah.
And maybe some of the ones I want only sell for $300. But I wouldn't, I would fair market value them. It's not, I wouldn't be like, oh, this Amazing Fantasy 15 sold for $200, man. I got you good money for the rest of them. No, I wouldn't do that. You don't burn bridges. My comic book app is showing Last Run of #4 as available to select to put it on there, and it's showing release September 2021.
He told me it never came out.
Well, I haven't gotten mine yet either, dude. Let's do #4. Let's see what that says. Yeah, someone's selling pre-orders too, because that says 1 through 5. It's got to be pre-orders because there's not a lot. The market has these variants out there, and they're all sponsored. They're all shops.
Yeah.
But all right, I'm getting tired, man. I'm sure you're tired.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back to everything I gotta get done here.
All right. Well, we'll catch y'all later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry we rambled on at the end, but I like showing off my comics sometimes. So
next week,
thanks everyone for coming. As always, live long and prosper. This is the way. Nerdsters out.
See ya.